had to start all over. So after retirement, I started looking for something to do after retirement, because you can't do nothing. You do have a reason. You do need a reason to get up in the morning and still do something. And I just felt that I'm not done. I'm not done making an impact in people's lives.
Welcome to episode number 60 of the 100 Successful Women, a Conversation to Inspire series. I'm Vivienne, and I'm thrilled to have you join us for this incredible milestone. Before we dive into the inspiring conversation, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, our listeners, guests, and supporters. Your enthusiasm and engagement have made this journey truly meaningful. 60 episodes done. I wasn't sure how many episodes I managed to complete, but I'm pretty sure we're just getting started. So today, we have the privilege of speaking with a woman who embodies resilience, purpose, and the power of reinvention. Her name is Erica van der Hoven, and the story is sure going to inspire many of you. Erica is a dynamic speaker and a coach with 30 years of experience as an educator. But what makes her journey unique is how she's reimagined her retirement. After facing personal loss, Erica found a new calling, empowering young people to discover their purpose and helping fellow coaches building thriving businesses. So in our conversation coming up next, we'll explore how Erica transitioned from teaching to become a youth empowerment speaker and coaches. Her insight on finding purpose at any stage of life, and her innovative visibility to client method that help coaches attract aligned client in 60 days. So whether you're just starting your career, considering a change, or looking to make an impact in your golden years, Erica's wisdom is sure to inspire you. So get ready for our powerful conversation on resilience, purpose, and the art of reinvention. So let's welcome Erica van der Hoven. Hello, Erica. How are you doing today?
Hi, Vane. Thank you so much. I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from where is the place that you say again?
I'm living in Rehoboth, Namibia. It's a small country in Africa, neighboring South Africa.
Yeah, so Erica and I are actually in the same course, speaking course together, and I think I did meet you on Zoom a few times, and then the first time that I met you was on I think at one of the boot camp. Was that right?
Yes. I started my journey with GPS with a boot camp. That's where I started the last boot camp.
Yeah, I remember that, and we were in the same breakout room. So I'm so glad that Erica joining us today. So I know that I did have a look at Erica's profile. I know that she is a speaker, obviously, because we are in the same speaking course that we are doing. She is a life coach, she is a mom, she's a daughter. I know that you play different roles in your life. So the first question that I want to ask is that's the first question that I always ask the podcast guests is that despite all the role that you're playing in your life, who is Erica van der Hoven at your core?
Okay, a little bit about my history. I was dedicated to teaching for more than 36 years, a teacher, and my last 7 years, 8 years, I was a principal of a primary school. And I keep on telling people those were the best years of my whole teaching career because of the innocence of the children, and that you could basically form a child from the beginning. But it's also a big responsibility. And I told that to the teacher several times, that what you are doing in primary school with the child is actually molding that child for the bigger life out there. And so we should take it very, very serious. And the damage that we are doing there is very difficult to heal for the rest of the child's life, especially in the school. So that was one thing that I had a very good relationship with my teachers. It was fun, and I really enjoyed at least the last 10, 12 years of my teaching career. But overall, it was good to be a teacher. It was very good to be a teacher. If you can see what you can do with a child, and you are so proud if you are seeing your children that went through your hands are actually very successful in their lives, and they acknowledge you. They still know you. It doesn't matter how long time ago that you have worked with them. They remember you. That is fulfilling, very fulfilling.
I would say probably you're someone who is nurturing the second and the generations to come.
Yes, that's true.
I love that. I really admire and always look up to all the teachers who are in the school, who are like educating. There's such a big job and someone also a role that is more supposed to be most respected for. And thank you so much for sharing that with us, Erica. So can you tell us about your journey at the moment? You do different things. You are a speaker and a coach as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey from being a teacher to become a speaker and a coach?
Okay, my journey started after my retirement. Actually, before my retirement, about 2 years ago, 2 years before my retirement, me and my partner had a training center. Unfortunately, he passed away, and I had to start all over. So after retirement, I started looking for something to do after retirement, because you can't do nothing. You do have a reason. You do need a reason to get up in the morning and still do something. And I just felt that I'm not done. I'm not done making an impact in people's lives. So I started trying different things online. But last year in July, I was attending also a free challenge, and then I signed up for that business course with a business coach, and I had to start from scratch. I didn't know anything about online coaching. I didn't know anything about business, so I had to start from scratch. It was very frustrating at the beginning, and it was I couldn't really find, but after 7 weeks in the program, I signed up my first client, and I was very proud of that. And that gave me some courage to go on and learn more and making contact with other people. I then decided early in this year that I think I should niche down and be specific in business. What are people struggling with? What are the pain points of a coach, for example? Why don't they get clients? Why are they frustrated? And I came up with the idea of focusing on visibility, because if no one knows about you, they cannot make use of your services. And I know a lot of coaches are having that problem of not being visible. So I started to focus on that one. So I revealed that about a month ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, only because I wanted to make sure that this is what I want to do. And this is how I can help people. I started with the posting earlier, but I only revealed a couple of weeks ago. And it is interesting how many people engaging with me now that I'm clear about my message and how I want to help people. And that is, clarity is so important. You can't move forward if you are not clear on what you want and how you can make an impact. So that is why I came up with this new niche.
Clarity is definitely power, right?
Definitely. And then concerning about the speaking, I was really, for a very long time in my life, I was concerned about public speaking, especially in our community. I'm going to share a secret with you that not many people, not being a teacher, knows. If you are a teacher, you are so comfortable being in the classroom, communicating with children and conveying that message and go on with your staff. But the moment that you ask a teacher to network outside the school or outside the teaching fraternity, the education, then they get scared and pull back. So I was really concerned about that, and I had conversations with my staff many times about learning public speaking. We should invest in this, but we never get to that point. COVID came, COVID came, and we had to adjust a lot of things. So now I saw this as my opportunity to make a difference here. That's why I got in Kaylee's group to learn proper public speaking. And what I'm currently doing, like last week, I had training for 3 days with primary school children, about 13. There were a couple of high school learners as well, learning them the basics of public speaking, so that they know they are part of a leadership group. So that is a student council. So they need to know how to convey their message and how to convince people to believe in what I'm telling you. So it was so exciting, and you could see the transformation in those learners in only 3 days. Monday morning, 2 of them were presenting their speeches, their story to the whole school. And to have that confidence as a child to stand in front of the whole school and conveying your message, that for me was huge. That was huge. They're not doing everything perfect as yet. It was only 3 days because it was a midterm break that they had. So it was only 3 days, but I could see the transformation. And for me, that was so rewarding. So I'm preparing the group now to have a meeting with their parents on Saturday, where they are going to present to their parents their speeches. Because I just feel that they need to build the confidence, and we need to get going, and the parents must see what their children are capable of so that they can grow. So
wow, that's so beautiful.
That's my journey. That's me.
Wow. So how old is the children? Are they primary school, did you say?
13 years, 12, 13 years. There were a couple of 17 years old. Yeah. So I invented this program now, Public Speaking for Teens. That's the title.
I love
Public
that.
Speaking for Teens. So that we can just get them and let them find their voice, and let them stand up and let them convince the world of their message. So that was the purpose, the whole purpose. But it was so rewarding.
Yeah, I find that it's such an important message that you are sending it out to all the kids nowadays, because nowadays all the kids probably buried their head on the gadget. They didn't really have so much communication like we used to do. And you creating these programs for the teens, I think it's so much benefits for them. Thank you so much for what you're doing, Erica. I think that's so blessed to have you in the school running this program for them.
Thank you very much.
So can you share with me what are some of the challenges that you had? I think you did mention that you used to have a training center. Is that still going? No, I stopped that after the passing of my partner. I stopped that because he was playing a key role. So, and I didn't feel up to it to continue with it. So yeah, but I'm well, and that's why I'm starting to do other types of training and coaching. It is just a different, it's just a totally different scene to be online and to coach adults, for example. It's a different scene than children. So that transition was a bit difficult, and I had to make a lot of adaptations. What the real challenge that I experienced when I went online is that in our community, it's a total taboo to be so visible like I am on Facebook, for example. It was kind of like, and really, are you doing that? And I do have a very reserved family as well, and we are a reserved community. So I was like, I can't even go to the shop. People asking me, what are you doing there? You are so visible. I would never be able to do that. And for me, that was a motivation. I'm actually breaking the boundaries here for this community, because they are not used to do this. I didn't find anyone in our community that's doing online coaching.
People are doing coaching, but it's one-on-one with the people, the local people. So what I am doing was kind of out of the box and unconventional for my community. Still, if I'm telling people that I started an online business and I'm coaching online, they are like, really? What does that entail? So these are the kind of things that the challenges to be accepted. And then the other thing, and I think you know that if you are coming from an African country, certain parts of the world is not that much not that easily accepted in the world to be your coach. The moment that you mention that you are from Africa, it's kind of like people are withdrawing. It doesn't matter how good your services are, what you can offer, and how good your prices are. It doesn't matter. But you are coming from Africa, and there's kind of discrimination if you are coming from this type. You know, someone said to me, you should never mention where you are coming from if you want to get coaching clients. And I said, no, I want to be authentic. I want people to know where I'm coming from. There shouldn't be any blurry scenes from my background. I want you to know who I am. And if you want to choose me for who I am, then I know that you are also authentic. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm coming from Australia or Europe to get clients, because it's about me and me delivering the value that I can give to you.
Oh, that's such a beautiful message. So important. The authenticity is such a big message that we should send out to everyone out there. Instead of hiding, instead of behind, we know that we are behind the scene. People can pretend who they want to be, right? But then it's being authentic is such an important element that we need to send a message out there. And I love that you send this message out for everyone out there, being authentic. Don't be afraid being who you are. Oh, thank you so much for that, Erica. So I know that you're working with young people and you have been working with them for many, many years. So
yes.
What are some of the things that you, because I think you mentioned about finding their purpose for these young children or young teens. Yes. So what are some of the messages that you normally, when you're working with them?
Okay, about the education system, especially in our country, there's one thing that's lacking seriously, and that is to prepare the children for what life really ask from them, demand from them outside. So I think that the life skills, the real skills to survive in the world should get more attention, definitely should get more attention in the educational systems. I can't talk about other countries, but I think a lot of people complain about that as well, that we focus too much on the academic side and not really the skills to help people to survive outside there. That is the one thing that really bothers me. Like, for example, basic communication skills. It doesn't matter what you do in life, you need to be able to communicate properly. That is really one thing. The other thing is that people are taking jobs to pay bills, and they are not following their passion. They are not following their purpose. And that makes it easy for them to give up. But especially when you are having a family, people are staying in that job for 30 years, 40 years, because they need to pay the bill. And that for me is not a life. If you find your passion, if you find your purpose in life, then you need to live. Someone said, I can't remember the person who said that, but he said that, I think it's Buddha, something about that. Our purpose in life is to find our purpose and to live according to that. So if you can find your purpose, then work becomes fun, it becomes play. And then you will enjoy it, and then you will be able to have a more fulfilled life. And your obstacles will only be a challenge, and you will not have an option, not according to yourself, about giving up, about quitting, because your dream is tied to your purpose, to your why in life. So that for me is important for people, for children to find their purpose. And you see it that people are giving up because they do not have their why tied to the dream. And for me, that's important.
Yeah, with the purpose, they can find the fulfillment in what they are doing as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. It's so important. And I think it was so right that it has been some gap in the educational system where this wasn't taught in the school, where people just finished their 12 years in school, not knowing what to do after they finish their school.
Exactly.
Oh,
But it doesn't matter whatever you are doing, you need to be able to communicate. Even in a business meeting, you need to be able to convey your message.
Yeah.
Even if you are sitting behind a desk, you need to be able to communicate properly. And you know what? If only we can communicate properly, we will be able to solve a lot of problems, misunderstandings, even wars. If we can talk to each other, then we can solve the conflict. Yeah.
So true. That's such an important, like, it's just a small, it's a small thing, but it can make into a very big impact. And I love that you are teaching the younger people, and that's so important because we at least for my generation, it wasn't taught, and then it will be so good that it's teach into the next generation. Like what you're doing is, the school is so glad to have you in their school, Erica.
Thank you. Yes, I'm intending to kind of extend the program. I do have permission from our director to extend the program to other schools as well. But I just started last week with it because my old school were prepared. They were willing to give me the opportunity. So I'm just amplifying it a little bit so that people can see what's the value of this. And this is done free of charge because that is my social accountability program.
Yeah, it's just that's just the beginning, and I can see that there's so many impacts that you're going to create for your school and for the community and for everyone in there. Yeah, I just can't wait to hear more about that in the future. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Erica, and thank you so much for what you're doing for the next generation. That's such a big things, a big mission that you have over there. So now, are you still a teacher or the principal of the school?
No, I retired 2 years ago, so I'm not connected. I do not have any kind of formal work now. So I'm keeping myself busy with the online world, and then I'm extending to my local community.
Yeah, I love that. So can you share a time where you have to step out of your comfort zone? Obviously, there have been, you mentioned about being visible in the online world. So what are the examples of a shared time that you have to step out of your comfort zone, and what did you learn from that experience?
Okay, I think the most people are experiencing that. Being on video, being on camera, was for me a really big deal. You know what? If I was attending Zoom meetings, I switched off my camera. I didn't want people to see. And all of a sudden, I had to go live on my Facebook group. I had to go, and I had to do some trainings, and I had to do some advertisement and going live and market my product. So that was a challenge for me. And you always think that I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. No, I'm not. I don't want to do that. That's a kind of things that was a challenge for me. But if you make a deliberate effort to do that, then you will be able to do that. Yeah.
So you mentioned about doing Facebook Live, doing video.
Yes.
That was something really new to you. So what was the push, or what was the motivation for you to do that at that time?
If you want people to know, like, and trust you, you need to show your face. People are not talking to papers anymore. If you want your clients, and if you want them to trust you, you need to show your face, and you need to be able to talk to them. The other thing that was a challenge was also that you always feel that English is not my first language. So how will it sound? And I do have an accent coming from Africa and not speaking English. But our national language after independence became English. So we were basically forced, but it's not my first language. So I was always kind of, what will people think if my accent is coming through? And I did not make a deliberate effort to change my accent. I'm still just me. I'm just still me. So that is also something that was a challenge.
Yeah, but you overcame your challenge.
Yes.
You are here.
Step by step, telling myself with affirmations, telling myself, you are good enough. You are good enough, and you've got value to offer. So you need to keep on telling yourself, get your frequency right when you are facing people online.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your program that you have on offer at the moment, Erica.
I do have the visibility to client offer currently, and it's a 60-day program. And in this 60 days, I will look into clarity. So people need to look into their offer, the values, the mission. Why are you here? Because if you do have that clarity, and then you look into your audience, clarify who do you want to serve in order for you to get a proper message. So you need to get a proper offer, clarity on your offer statement before you can talk to your people. Then I'm also doing, in the same program, I'm doing content creation, storytelling into it, messaging that will really attract the right customer, not only customers, but the right customer for that. I'm looking into connecting in the DMs, making that direct connection with people in the DMs, building the relationships. And the last part of my program is confidence building. And on that one, I'm definitely going to look into building your confidence to go on video, because I went through that. So little bit of public speaking basics. What should you address when you are talking to people? And then appearing on camera. What should you do to be comfortable in front of the camera so that you can get your offer? Little bit in the sales call, how to deal with the sales call so that they can start making sales. But the main thing is attracting the aligned clients. Currently, I'm preparing for a workshop on the 9th of August, not a workshop, a masterclass, where I'm going to look into the topic of clarity. So the name of the masterclass is Get Clear, Get Clients. So
Is it
that's
the
my
9th
clarity.
of October, did you say?
9th of October, yes. And I do have 2 time slots. So if it doesn't suit you, the one, then you can always attend the other one. So I'm preparing for that now. And it's a free masterclass on the 9th of October for the topic is clarity.
So how do people find you online if they want to find out more about your masterclass?
They can go to my Facebook. I do have a Facebook group. Just get my name on Facebook and also on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn and I'm marketing the same program on both platforms. So they can find me on LinkedIn or on Facebook, and I provide the link where they can register then for the masterclass. And then we take it from there.
Wow. So yeah, they can just search Erica van der Hoven and they will be able to find you online. I will also include the link in the description as well on within the video, and you will be able to see that. And if you wanted to get clients in 60 days, not only clients but aligned clients.
Aligned clients.
make sure you look up Erica and find her online. Yeah, that's such a great offer and such a great, I would already see that there's so much value in that masterclass. So another question that, you did a lot of great stuff, being a teacher, principals, speakers, educating next generation. And then also now running this masterclass to coach coaches to make more sales in their business. You retired 2 years ago, you did say. So there are people who maybe when they retire, they think that they have done enough, but for yourself, you say you got to find something to do. So what so what are the things that you can say when people actually say that it's too late for me to start?
Okay, I want to acknowledge the following. In some countries, the retirement age is 60. In most of the Western countries, it's higher to 67, 65, 67, sometimes 70. People might feel at that age that it's too late to start. But I retired at 60 because that's our country's laws, that you have to retire after 60, and it's not too late. But you know what? I also know even at 70, it's not too late. When you prepare for retirement, my suggestion would be that at least 2 years before your retirement age, you need to start already something that you can only continue after retirement. The focus shouldn't be only on making money, because then you are going to stress. The focus should be to have purpose, still to make a difference. People tend to neglect the psychological effects of retirement when all of a sudden you feel I'm worthless. So if you do have a business, or if you start something after retirement, you can gradually move out when you feel ready, when your body and your energy is not that much. But as long as you are healthy, and as long as you do have the energy to do that, then you need to find something to do. Otherwise, you will feel like you lost your worth. And that's never good for your psychology, for your purpose to live, and for the reason to get up in the morning. So that for me is so important. I've done a research on a couple of Facebook pages, Facebook groups. I've done the research about what is the most basic concern after retirement. You know that there was only one person out of about 50 responses that I got who talked about the psychology after retirement. Most of them were focused on there's not enough money to retire. There's not enough money, and it was about money. And people neglect the idea that you feel worthless, that you don't feel like you're having a meaning anymore. And that for me is very important. That is why I'm suggesting that you start with something that you can continue in your retirement, after your official retirement from an official job, so that you can still have your worth. It doesn't matter what your retirement age is, but you need to find something that you can continue with. Slower pace, doing less, but you still have meaning.
Wow, so true. It's like doing things with purpose is never too late, as long as you have the purpose in your life.
As long as you have the purpose.
Yeah, and that's the pull for you, and that's give you energy, and that's energize you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely giving you energy, give you reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Erica. Wow. So I know that it's you are very mindful of the time as well. Is there anything that you can give as a one piece of advice? This is a 100 Successful Women podcast. So what is your one piece of advice for other women out there in any age?
Yeah. I don't want to offend people, but I want to say something. I believe that women are stronger the more challenges they're facing and overcoming. That makes them stronger. And I'm not saying that men are not strong, but I believe in woman power, definitely. We can get up and we are just a little bit more resilient. I feel like that. So what I'm telling women out there, you can overcome your challenges and you can grow, but you need to have the right mindset for doing that, and you will be successful. You will get out there and you will make a difference, because women are the core of life. Mothers are the core of life. So that's what I believe. Go out there, make a difference, keep going, keep growing, because that is so important in life.
Yeah, keep going and keep growing. I love that. So good. I think that's such a good piece of advice there, is keep going, keep growing. I'm going to remember this tagline now. That's going to be your tagline.
Yeah.
So maybe you can use that as your tagline. That's such a great advice that you give to many women out there. I can definitely see that Erica has so much to offer, and she got her purpose in life. I can see the glow in her whenever she speaks about her purpose, and I love the message that you are giving out to all of us. So thank you so much for being with us here today, Erica. Is there anything that you would like me to ask that I haven't asked yet, Erica?
No, I think we've covered a lot. Thank you for allowing me on this podcast. It was really unexpected for me to answer all these questions, but I'm glad that we've done it. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate this. And you are doing a very good job exposing all of us into this podcast thing. It's your name for me, it's the podcast girl.
I love that. Thank you so much, Erica. To be for any one of you out there, the context is that all our podcast is basically go with the flow, because Erica came out today, wasn't expecting to record the podcast right away. She thought that this is just a introduction call, but then she just give us so much value, and she just have we have a great conversation. And thank you so much for being here, Erica. I really think that your message is so important to next generation and the generation now, especially telling many people out there it's never too late to start.
No, it's not. Age is only but a number. So you can still make a lot of difference after retirement. So get that message. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Erica, and I can't wait to see your journey and the kids that you're impacting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ne? Okay. Bye. And thank you for your time and the call. Have a blessed day.
You too.